Welcome back to Gavel Gazette, where we break down the most jaw-dropping courtroom drama. And today, this one is a roller coaster. Imagine walking into court, pretending to be a federal employee, tampering with a jury pool, and even sneaking into a jail under the disguise of an attorney. That's exactly what this bizarre case is about. We are looking at Henry Beryl, a man already out on bond for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, who allegedly decided to play lawyer, government official, and courtroom insider, all without a shred of proof. Judge Boyd wasn't having any of it. In today's breakdown, we'll watch as this impersonator gets confronted, exposed, and ultimately thrown out of the courthouse. But the real shocker. He wasn't just kicked out, the allegations go much deeper. Stick around, because the twists in this case will leave you questioning, how did he even pull this off? Let's dive in.
All right, so are there any people in the audience who are here as support for someone? All right, so here's the rule, and I want you all to listen to me very carefully. If you try to communicate with an inmate in the box, you will be told to leave this courtroom. You will not be welcomed back.
Notice how the judge starts by laying down some very clear ground rules: no communication with inmates, no distractions, no exceptions. This isn't just about courtroom etiquette, it's about security. Even something as simple as a wave or whispered word can disrupt proceedings, influence defendants, or worse, create grounds for mistrial. Judges issue these warnings because one slip could undo an entire case. Have you ever seen a courtroom this strict from the start? Let me know in the comments, do you think the judge is being too tough, or just doing her job?
I want to understand. Whether you're a witness or not, you will not be giving testimony in this court if you do that, because that interferes with the security of this courtroom. Does everybody understand? So anybody who's on this side who is not a defendant, I need you to move to this side, and the defendants on this side move to the left side, but nobody sit on the first row. Thank you.
Any word? Not on the one. Yes.
Well, that rubber band exploded. Oh, no, that's fine.
Come up here, sir.
All right, Joshua Patillo.
Come here.
Yes.
So it says plea deadline, but I thought that today was the final discovery.
It's the plea deadline date, but I did inform you all if between November and now, if all the discovery hasn't been done, the court will reconsider the plea deadline date.
And that's what
Doesn't need to be right now, but at some point.
All right, so this is up for trial.
So Judge, today, defense asked in regards to whether or not the Haynes applied for a.
Here's where things get technical. The defense raises the issue of AU visa application. Now, for those who don't know, AU visa is a special visa available to victims of crimes who assist law enforcement in investigations or prosecutions. It's rare for it to pop up in criminal proceedings, but it can affect credibility, motivation, or even immigration status. The judge quickly says it's easy to check if one was filed. Translation: the defense might be fishing for leverage, and the court isn't going to let this derail the trial schedule.
Visa and any documentation related to that. This is the first state is being made aware as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any documents, but I'd have to ask them if this is being sent over.
Oh, it's easy to figure out if somebody's applied for U visa, so that'll be able to be done. All right, well, we'll take that up at 11:30.
Okay, so
All right.
come back at 11:30 with.
Yes.
All
And we'll
right,
see if
then.
we have an interpreter available for the trial, if your case is going.
Okay,
All
and
right.
is that when I'm gonna find out where I am in the lineup? All right, I'll see you at 11:30.
All right, thank you. Jose Barrera?
So the wife and I work many different hours, and to get him a job, to get him to and from, would be hard for us. You know, without him driving, or if he has strict rules, can't work at night or certain times throughout the day.
so far, then the GPS hasn't affected any of those prospects.
Not at this time.
And before he was arrested in November of 23, was he employed?
He had worked at 2 jobs shortly. He wasn't arrested at that time. That was the 2 years prior to him being arrested.
So the conditions haven't had any effect on previous employment.
It hasn't at this time, except for requesting to attend the interviews.
Nothing from the state.
All right. Any follow-up?
No.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. All right. The person in the red jacket, can you come forward, please?
She says she doesn't understand English.
All right. If she's underage, she should be in school. And my understanding is, for those who have children, are there any districts that are not currently in school? Nobody has children?
This moment might seem small, but it's actually pretty important. The judge orders an underage person out of the courtroom, reminding everyone, this isn't a show. It's not family entertainment. Having minors present could compromise confidentiality and also expose them to disturbing testimony. Judges are hyper-aware of who sits in their courtroom because one inappropriate audience member can threaten the integrity of the process. What do you think? Should minors be allowed to watch trials for education, or is the judge right to block it?
We're all listening.
Judson is back. All right. So she needs to be removed from the courtroom. I don't have underage people in the courtroom. All right. And the purple person in the gray suit, who is he?
He's the U.S. executive of the United States.
All right. So you're the U.S. executive with the, which part of the United States? I mean, all right. So do you have documentation? All right. So, all right. Thank you so much. You're excused.
You can step up.
Thank you. Have a great day. All right. So my understanding is that you were.
And here it is, the first big red flag. Someone in the courtroom has been spotted talking directly to jurors in the hallway. That's a massive no-no. Jury tampering doesn't have to be bribery or threats. Even casual conversations can plant doubt, sway opinions, or create mistrust in the process. The judge gives this guy multiple chances to answer yes or no, and he keeps dodging. When someone can't give a straight answer under oath, you know something's up.
Outside speaking with members of the jury. Is that correct? That's either yes or no. No. You were outside speaking to the jurors. Yes or no? Nope. Were you outside speaking to the jurors? Yes or no?
Detaining, sir. It's getting me nervous. Yeah, detaining. It's a difference between getting arrested.
This is what's going to end up. All right. And what division? All right. Do you have documentation for that? Oh, what is your name? Spell that. First name? And last name? Yes. Spell it. And where's your documentation that show you work for the federal government? All right. So you are not allowed to be in this courthouse anymore. You do not have any business here. If you are not a witness, you are not allowed in.
Listen closely, the judge isn't just removing him. She's banning him from the entire courthouse complex. Why? Because jury tampering is one of the most serious threats to fair trial rights. If jurors feel compromised, the whole case could collapse. This is the moment Judge Boyd shows zero tolerance. And honestly, can you blame her? Imagine preparing for trial, only to find out random people are whispering to your jury pool. Would you feel safe with that jury deciding your case? Drop a comment below.
this courtroom. Do you understand? And you're not allowed in this courthouse. You know that you are not supposed to be speaking with the jurors in the hallway. You were. Those jurors were not asking you any questions. You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury that is coming up here for jury selection. You are not allowed in this courthouse anymore. Do you understand? No. Do you understand? So do not come back into the courthouse. That means this courthouse. That means the courthouse next door that is the historical courthouse. Do you understand? Right. All right. If you can see that he's escorted off the premises. Oh, God bless you too. But personally, I don't feel comfortable with.
This is a fascinating legal wrinkle. Judge Boyd admits she no longer feels comfortable using this jury pool at all, which could mean delays, resets, and huge costs. Once the jury has been compromised, even slightly, it becomes almost impossible to trust their impartiality. And here's the question: do you think she should scrap the jury entirely, or is that an overreaction to one bad actor? These decisions show how fragile the justice system can be when even one person crosses the line.
Using this jury as the jury pool, because I don't know what was said. My understanding is that he is involved in a case here, not as a witness, not as a party whatsoever, but just as maybe a friend of a friend of a friend of a cousin. All right. All right, Ms. Compton.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And the other issue, you were not present, but you were number one for jury trial. However, the person who was here in the gray suit who said that he was with the U.S. government, he was,
Mr. Mann.
yeah, he was speaking to the jurors in the hallway. So I don't feel comfortable with using the jury panel that we have.
And Judge, I'm not quite sure how to handle him. I did talk to Daniel about him, and I did make a call before the holidays to the jail. He has been filing all sorts of stuff in this case. I don't know what his relationship is with his family. I don't talk to them. I've never spoken to him. He has communicated with me threats that he's going to sue me in federal court and all kinds of stuff like that. But the thing that troubles me the most, and I called the jail to let them know, is that he evidently had an attorney visit on the video visit, not a recorded visit, an attorney visit with this guy.
Now, things take a shocking turn. We learn that this same man, not a lawyer, not a government employee, allegedly snuck into jail attorney visits pretending to represent defendants. Let that sink in. He accessed private, privileged meetings meant only for attorneys and their clients. That's not just illegal, it's dangerous. Confidential strategies, defense plans, even personal safety details could have been exposed. And on top of that, the lawyer admits this imposter has been threatening to sue her. This isn't just courtroom chaos. This is bordering on harassment and fraud.
Okay.
With my client. Now, I tried to find out if they had a record of that or how it happened. My client doesn't know.
Well, what I've done is I've asked that he not be allowed back in the courthouse. And the deputy took a photo of him. So somebody can let the sheriff know that he's not to have attorney visits if he's not his attorney.
If you're thinking that he's also right now a person who is on bond for an aggravated assault. So somebody might want to talk to pretrial services or his bond.
So somebody may want to talk to his pretrial services officer. And honestly, the name that he gave me, I don't even believe that's his real name because he seemed to be stumbling over what his name was. But the deputies did.
Notice how quickly Judge Boyd acts here. She orders deputies to take a photo of the man and circulate it with the sheriff's office and jail staff. This is classic courtroom damage control. When someone poses as an attorney or government worker, they exploit gaps in security. By locking down his image and banning him from access, the court is trying to patch the system. But it raises a big question. How was he able to get in so many times before anyone noticed? That's something investigators will need to answer.
Take a photo of him, so I'm sure that's going to be placed at the courthouses, and they can place it at the jail as well.
I'm on the Bear County website pretty easy with the name he's been filing things under.
Okay.
And he's filed stuff.
And what name did he give?
It's a,
Is it Henry?
Henry,
Okay.
whatever that name is, that's his name.
All right. So before you leave here today, we'll take up that matter with the sheriff's office.
All right.
Now to the case of an attorney imposter. A man out on bond for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon is behind bars again. This time accused of violating bond by saying he was an attorney and a government employee.
And here's the hammer drop. News outlets confirm that Henry Beryl's bond skyrocketed to $500,000. For context, that's $500,000 just to get out of jail again. Why so high? Because he wasn't just breaking rules, he was allegedly violating bond, impersonating an attorney, tampering with jurors, and sneaking into jail. Each act stacks risk upon risk. At this point, the judge and prosecutors are making it crystal clear, he's too dangerous to be walking free.
Henry Beryl was recently thrown out of the Justice Center after tampering with a jury pool. Eric Hernandez takes a look at this bizarre case.
You were outside speaking to the jurors, yes or no? You took it upon yourself to tamper with the jury.
Henry Berrocal didn't say much after being questioned by Judge Stephanie Boyd a little over a week ago. Berrocal was allegedly talking to potential jurors in a courthouse hallway about a kidnapping case that was expected to go to trial. He told the court he was a federal employee but couldn't provide any proof. Judge Boyd had to reset the case and had Berrocal removed from the Justice Center. It was later revealed that Berrocal was out on bond for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The most troubling issue about this case was that Berrocal was allegedly able to impersonate an attorney and enter the Bexar County Jail on multiple occasions to speak with his clients. We asked the Bexar County Sheriff's Office how he was able to get through. In an email, the Sheriff's Office says no records exist of him scheduling in-person visits, but when he was not incarcerated, he did have video visitations with inmates. A spokeswoman says, quote, "We are in the process of looking into video visitations scheduled completed during the time he was not incarcerated. If Mr. Berrocal made the video visitations under the guise of him being an attorney, we will share those findings with you." In the meantime, he is now back behind bars for violation.
Finally, we learn the court also ordered a psych evaluation. And honestly, who's surprised? Pretending to be a government agent, threatening lawyers, sneaking into jail, that's not normal behavior. Courts often order these evaluations when defendants show signs of instability, delusion, or manipulative behavior that could indicate mental health issues. The evaluation won't excuse his actions, but it could influence sentencing, treatment, or how the justice system handles him moving forward.
Bond, and his bond has been increased to $500,000. And if he is able to make bond again, he cannot have any contact with the 187th District Court, Judge Boyd, and any criminal defendant currently in the Bexar County Jail. A psych evaluation.
So, to recap, Henry Beryl wasn't just facing aggravated assault charges, he's now accused of jury tampering, impersonating a lawyer, sneaking into attorney visits, and violating bond conditions. Judge Boyd wasted no time exposing him and raising his bond to $500,000. The bigger lesson here. Courtrooms are high-stakes environments where even the smallest lie can unravel justice. What do you think? Was this man dangerously clever, or just reckless and sloppy? If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Until next time, stay sharp and stay tuned.